It's finally spooky season, and you know what that means.
That means it's the one time a year that I, an adult man, can walk around my neighborhood and ask for free candy.
I'm going as Mismagius this year.
You're gonna dress up as a ghost type?
I already bought the hat.
Oh no, Maple, I don't know if that's such a good idea. You do not want to mess with Mismagius.
Why? You scared?
Of course not. I love ghost type Pokemon. But it's not about loving ghost types. It's about respecting them. Don't you know that Mismagius appears where you least expect it?
Appears so it can show its appreciation for my costume.
Appears and thinks you're making fun of it. And that, my friend, is how you get haunted.
Okay, but this studio is definitely not haunted. Ah! That was just a technical difficulty and a grown man screaming.
All I wanted was free candy.
Hi everyone, I'm Maple.
And I'm Spruce.
Welcome to Beyond the Pokédex, where we talk about what makes each Pokemon unique from 1 to 1000 and beyond. And as you may have guessed, today we're talking about number 429.
Mismagius, who may or may not have haunted our studio.
According to the Pokédex, it chants incantations. While they usually torment targets, some chants bring happiness.
Please be a happy chant, please be a happy chant.
Mismagius is the evolved form of Misdreavus.
Which is possibly linked to Fluttermane?
There's no scientific data to back that claim.
But you have to admit, they look like twins. You know, lots of people say we look like twins.
They do? I've never heard anyone say that before.
Maybe we're paradox versions of each other from different timelines, and
Or maybe we're just two friends who kind of look alike, are obsessed with Pokemon, and can finish each other's...
tangents?
Exactly. Oh, let's get back on track.
If you want to evolve your Misdreavus into Mismagius, you're gonna need a Dusk Stone. And in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, you can find one behind Rhyme's gym in Monte-Nevera.
Where in the video games can you battle Mismagius?
Well, if you're brave enough to face a ghost type, which I totally am, the first encounter with Mismagius in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet is at the Levincia gym.
With Iono the gym leader? Isn't she an electric type expert?
Sure is, which is why you'd be surprised to find ghost type Mismagius as part of her squad, right?
I, for one, am shocked.
Don't worry, it's because her Mismagius has an electric Terra type.
Oh, still on brand.
Iono's branding is always on point. It's not an easy battle either. The combo of electric type with Mismagius' ability Levitate means it's protected from electric type's only weakness, ground.
That's a clever combination.
It will also resist flying type, steel type, and other electric type attacks.
Does Iono's Mismagius have any signature attacks our fellow trainers should look out for?
Indeed, it's known to use Charge Beam, Hex, and Confuse Ray. If your Pokemon does get caught with Confuse Ray, just remember, a Person Berry can help them snap out of it. Going to go ahead and ignore that clear sign of a haunting.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Well, what I was going to say before those totally normal things happened is that unfortunately Mismagius hasn't seen much notable play in VGC tournaments.
It's funny you say that because Mismagius was actually super powerful in the Pokemon trading card game.
Let's go Mismagius!
In the 2019 San Diego Regionals, Masters Division trainer Justin Bocari took home the gold with a deck prominently featuring Mismagius.
Amazing! What's its secret to success?
The Unbroken Bonds Mismagius card has the ability Mysterious Message, which during your turn you can...
Wait. Speaking of mysterious messages, I just got one here with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for...
Oh, that's spam.
Oh, I knew that.
So, with Mysterious Message, once during your turn, before your attack, you may draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand. If you draw any cards in this way, this Pokemon is knocked out.
KO! Wait, but if it knocks itself out, doesn't that give your opponent the edge in claiming a free prize card?
True, but making that sacrifice for improving your own consistency is worth it. It can help you draw into cards like Counter Gain or Karate Belt that, when attached, lower the energy cost of that Pokemon's attacks, but only if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent.
I see, now it's making sense. My Karate Bell only ever made me chafe.
Yikes. Well, as you can imagine, when either of those cards are attached to Garchomp and Giratina GX, it's a force to be reckoned with.
Sounds like a consistent game plan.
As consistent as my 3-pointer. Well, I guess much like my 3-pointer, Mismagius was missed because that card eventually got banned in standard format.
Don't feel bad, Mismagius. I once got banned from a body care store that, for legal reasons, I'm not allowed to name. It's a long story, but let's just say it involved one too many free samples. It's also why I now always smell like cherry blossoms.
I always wondered about that. Another thing you may have been wondering about, since ghost types don't exist in the TCG, all Mismagius cards are currently psychic type.
No ghost types, much less spooky.
There's still plenty of ghost types in the animated series though, right?
Right. Mismagius made its debut in the episode Malice in Wonderland from Pokémon the series Diamond and Pearl.
Take me down the rabbit hole.
Picture this. It's a foggy night in the forest. Ash, Dawn, and Brock see a flash of purple light. Soon after, they spot a mysterious Pokémon Center where all their wildest dreams come true. Jessie gets asked to be a reality TV star.
I'd watch that show.
Ash and Pikachu defeat Cynthia and her Rayquaza.
Impressive.
Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny are head over heels in love with Brock.
Okay, hold on. That would never happen.
And that's because it didn't. It was Mismagius casting illusions, and that just makes everyone see the things they really wish would happen.
Oh, right, the Pokédex entry. It can make others miserable or happy.
The coolest part is when Mismagius melds with Rayquaza to become one super powerful illusion, a Mismagius Rayquaza fusion, a form that so far has only been seen in the animated series. My mind was absolutely blown the first time I saw that.
If you're gonna be an illusion, might as well join forces with Rayquaza.
In a twist, our heroes' Pokemon also get their wish granted, to become super giant. They then launch powerful attacks that would be impossible in reality, taking down the Mismagius Rayquaza hybrid.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mismagius then makes it rain gym badges and contest ribbons, but Ash and Dawn turn down Mismagius' illusion and vow to work hard to earn those accolades in the real world.
And thus, we have many more seasons of Ash on this quest.
Which brings us to Alola. Mismagius appears in the pivotal Pokemon the series Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures episode, rescuing the unwilling. When Lily's mom Lucamine is kidnapped by the Ultra Beast Nihilego, the rescue mission into the Ultra Wormhole goes a bit haywire. Lucamine and her Mismagius are under Nihilego's control and attack her children and their friends.
And I thought the previous Mismagius appearance was intense.
Luckily, Nihilego is defeated. Lucamine and Mismagius are freed, and everything at the Aether Foundation goes back to normal. Well, normal for a place where this guy works.
Faba.
Mismagius also has a prominent role in Path to the Peak, where it's the signature Pokemon in Celestine's deck. You can check out the series on Pokemon's YouTube channel.
Don't worry, I've already started it.
If you've already started that one, then add this to your watch list, The Mysterious Mismagius. In this cute animated short, Mismagius saves Mousehold from an angry Scovillain.
Spicy.
What is that?
Oh, that's actually the manga I wanted to tell you about, Pokémon Adventures, specifically the two-part chapter, Mirages of Mismagius.
More mirages? I don't think my heart can handle this much longer.
In the manga, Fantina uses a very powerful Mismagius in her gym battle against Platinum. Mismagius uses Empoleon's speed against it and launches Trick Room, a move that defeats both Empoleon and Ponyta.
Oh no.
But Diamond's Munchlax finally takes Fantina down in the end.
Oh yeah. Well, one thing's for sure, Mismagius is mighty. Even in the video game Pokemon Conquest. It's the partner of No, one of Nobunaga's most trusted generals. If you want to face Nobunaga, you gotta take down Mismagius first.
You know, Spruce, I'm starting to see a trend here. So many of the most powerful gym leaders, bosses, TCG champions, and formidable foes across the Pokemon universe have had Mismagius on their team.
It is one powerful ghost type. And if you can't beat him, join him!
See? Told you it'd be fine.
Matching costumes this year? Yes! But maybe I'll just tell people I'm Ditto to keep them on their toes. Ready to go concern my neighbors?
Yes, but not before we finish this episode with a question for all the trainers tuning in.
Of course. I got so distracted by the thought of free candy.
Are you ready, trainers? What Pokemon does Mismagius fuse with in the animated series?
Answer in the comments below if you remember. Thank you for tuning in to another entry of Beyond the Pokédex.
And remember, the Pokédex is only the beginning. I'm proud of you, Spruce, for getting over your fear of ghosts.
Oh, I'm not over my fear of ghosts. I've just repressed the thoughts.
Oh, dear.
I'm also not over my fear of spiders.
That's one we can agree on.
Or my fear of texting the wrong person.
Relatable.
Or my fear of running out of lotion.
Right. The cherry blossom smell.
And then there's my fear of my fingers getting sticky from maple syrup getting on the fork.
I think we get the picture. Have a happy Pokeween, everyone.
Or my fear of paintings of cat presidents.
Now I just can't unsee that.
Or my fear of becoming a ghost. Wait, what? No! No! Wait!
Spruce? Spruce? Where'd you go? Spruce!
I'm okay, just follow the smell of cherry blossoms.